So, I was given an Armenti Eaglit to give out to the LL community. So, big thanks to Armenti for allowing me the chance to actually be able to do this. So, yeah, here it is right here. It is beautiful right here. The nice red fedora hat, the lit necklace has a nice wisp around it. It is it's pure clever, a gift from Armenti, and looks cool. Looks cool, am I right? So, you're probably wondering, how exactly am I going to give this thing out? Well, I decided that I'm going to be giving away through a tourney. Not the way that I would do his tourneys, so my own way of doing it. It is going to be through the game Bloxy Bingo. Now, if you're not familiar with what Bingo is, I'll give a little brief explanation of it. Bingo is essentially a luck game, where you have a 5x5 card with 5 columns, spelling out BINGO with 25 different numbers. And, essentially, there's someone that will be calling out the numbers, and if you have something that matches on what they call out, then essentially you fill it in. The base of the game is simple, is getting 5 in a row of a line of horizontal, a line of vertical, or a line of diagonal. So that's essentially the basis of bingo. Now, when it comes to Bloxy Bingo, there are 3 different kinds of bingos. A line bingo, simple, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. A pattern that you have to get. The pattern's random every time, so you'll see which kind of pattern you'll have to try to get. And a blackout, where you have to fill in every single spot. So that's essentially what Bloxy Bingo is going to be about, with 3 different rounds. I will be doing 5 total rounds. Up to 80 people will be able to join the Pirate Server for every round that I do. You gotta try to get 1 bingo of either the line, the pattern, or the blackout to move to semifinals. The catch is that whoever calls line bingo first will win and move to semifinals. It will then go to the pattern bingo next. Whoever gets that bingo will win and move to semifinals. Finally, it'll be the blackout. Whoever calls the blackout will win and move to semifinals. If more than 1 bingo is called, for example, 2 people call a line bingo, they will both move to semifinals, while 2 others will still move up from the pattern and the blackout. If you win a round, you will be asked to stop playing so the others can play, and so others can win and move up. I will have 2 simple rules for this. The first rule is that you can only use 2 cards for this. In order to see how many cards you're using, you'll go in game, and you're gonna go to menu, settings, game, and then number of cards. Make sure that you only have 2 being played. Only 2 allowed for this. Second rule is that you need to be seated while playing. This is how I'll make sure you're using 2 cards only, as when you sit down, the cards will be shown on the table. If you have more than 2 cards, you will be kicked from the server. You'll also be kicked if you're not seated when I start the round, okay? You'll be asked to sit in the main lobby. This way I can go through everyone's tables to make sure that they actually only have 2 cards when playing. With it being 5 rounds, that means at least 15 people will be able to move up to semifinals, maybe more if more than 1 bingo is called during these said rounds. Semifinals will have 3 rounds, which means 9 people will be going up, maybe more if more than 1 bingo is called. After which it will be only 1 round, which means 3 people will be moving up. And then with those 3 left, you'll see what will happen after that. This is obviously going to be streamed. I will be streaming it tomorrow at 2 PM PCT. So if you want to have a potential shot, then be here around this time. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me in the comments below. But I think I've explained everything. So once again, thanks to Armenti for the chance of me to do something like this. It's very appreciated. And yeah, with that said and done, I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys.